once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Today I will be reviewing, I said, the RyJ by Romeo Julieta cigars. This is a Nicaraguan puro. The wrapper is a Corojo Jalapa wrapper. The binder, it's actually two binders, Esteli and Jalapa, and the fillers are Esteli, Jalapa, and La Mia. Now they call this size Bully Grande, which is a 5x54, so it's kind of a fat Robusto, I guess you'd call it. This cigar retails for $8.40 plus taxes and all that mumbo jumbo. Get out of the cellophane here. My dog back here, she's convinced that there's a mouse or something, or maybe a chipmunk in the fireplace there. I've checked it, I didn't see anything, although I did see a lot of acorn shells and that kind of thing. But she's also convinced that there's a mouse living in my computer down in my cigar lounge, so I think she's got mouse on the brain today. Anyway, the cigar, good pack. It's firm with a little bit of give. Real chewy, like a cold gummy bear kind of chewy. Lots of good resistance. Feels chewy. So that's good. Looks nice. Has a double cap, I think I see there. I think it's double cap I'm seeing. Has some veins. No big deal. Seams are pretty tight. I mean, I've seen better, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. The wrapper leaf feels not really waxy, but maybe like a polished leather. Not like a fine Italian leather, but very soft, polished leather. Okay. Nothing to note on the nose of the wrapper. Some real basic tobacco leaf notes. The foot, almonds. Is that what that is? Almonds, sweet almonds. Some cedar spice, other kitchen spices, maybe a hint of leather. Okay. Now I feel the sneeze coming on those spices. The spice note always, it gets me. It makes me want to sneeze. Anyway, the cigar has a decent weight to it. It has two bands. It has your regular shoulder band, but it also has a foot band, which I will be removing. Very classy looking labels, actually. I mean, let's see how well they show up here. You know, they're white with red and gold, and it just looks, to tell you the truth, it looks almost Christmassy. Good looking labels. Alright, I'm going to start by removing the foot band. Hopefully without any damage. There's a, it's starting to give me a little bit of trouble. Let's see here, there it goes. However, come on off of there. And not real user friendly as far as the foot band. There we go. Wasn't too bad, but a little bit of trouble getting that off. Alright, I'll set that aside. Alright. I'll be using my Cigar guillotine cutter today. Need to clean it. Got some tobacco stuck in there. Hopefully it'll open. Yep. Kind of a tight draw. A little bit of leather, some kitchen spices. That's about all. Leather and kitchen spices. Not bad. I enjoy leather and kitchen spices. So, all right. Using my Cigar double flame torch lighter, which now isn't going to light for me. You know, of course I tested it before I brought it out. Here we go. All right, we'll give that a shot. Okay, right off the bat, I'm getting that initial blast of pepper. And not just on the retrohale, way on the rear of the palate back here towards the throat. Smoke seems to be a little bit dry. Yeah, good dose of some real spicy pepper there. That snug draw doesn't seem to be any kind of a problem at the moment. It's not so snug that I can't get a good draw out of it. And it seems to be loosening up a little bit with lighting it, so. Wow, that pepper just keeps ramping up more and more. But behind it, I can pick up some of the leather and maybe a little bit of meatiness. We'll see what happens after this warms up a little bit. I'll come back in the first third. Here we are, just about 20 minutes in. I have about an inch and a quarter, maybe a little bit more, not quite an inch and a half worth of ash. Plenty of smoke output. There's a subtle bit of meatiness there. A little bit of spice. Maybe some earthy minerals. Smoke's a little bit dry, but not bad. A little bit of a creamy mouth feel on the finish. It's strange because you get the creamy mouth feel, but at the same time it's dry, like along the sides of the tongue and the roof of the mouth, but the cheeks and the top of the tongue are creamy. That might be influenced by the beer that I'm drinking as well. Okay. I'll come back somewhere in the second, third. See you in a bit. Here we are, about, well, not quite 35 minutes in. I tapped off about an inch and a half chunk. Came off in a nice cone shape, and I now have, a good inch on there now. I'm in the second, third. Much of the same flavor profile. Very subtle on the flavors. Some earthy minerals. That spice is really mellowed out. And the leather is almost non-existent. It's very subtle. You really have to look for it. Not a whole lot going on with the flavor profile, but it's good. It's a good cigar. It's well balanced. It's a mild to medium body. Not a whole lot of strength. Kind of Mild to medium on the strength as well. Smoke is still dry. Very dry on the tongue and on the rear of the palate. But there's an underlying creamy feeling. Kind of interesting that it would have both dry and creamy mouthfeels at the same time. Okay. So I'll continue on, and I'll come back in the final third. See you in a bit. Here we are, just about 50 minutes in. Now, the burn was really pretty good. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty straight. But I had to set the cigar down for a minute. I had to go do something, and came back, and the smoke was real thin. It was trying to go out. I had to take 3 or 4 draws before I got any smoke on it. So I touched it up a little bit, and I don't think I got it very even. And looks like I might have to tap off the ash again. I had about an inch of ash. All right. Once again, it broke off in a nice cone. Well, not really. That's the cone from the other side. But like I said, I had to touch it up, so that was my fault. But on relighting it, I picked up some more of that meatiness. It was real good, real pleasant. So it has that earthy mineral. The spice is ramping back up, and that could be due to the burn at the moment. Like I said, it doesn't have the cone shape, and it's more of the wrapper to filler that's burning at the moment. So the flavor profile will definitely be different when there's different proportions of the tobacco's burning. So I look for it to go back to how it was once the burn gets back to its normal combustion mode. So and it's getting there. It's more of the minerals, a little bit of the spice. That meatiness is real subtle. It's almost gone. That leather character is pretty much gone. I'm not really picking that up. I'm looking for it. Maybe an ever so slight hint of leather in there. For the most part, it's peppery and earthy minerals. That's the bulk of what I'm getting. Alright, so I will continue this on, and I'll come back somewhere in the nub. See you in a bit. Here we are, just about an hour in. I'm in the nub. In my opinion, I think the cigar is burning a little fast. Granted, it was only 5 inches by 54, but that thicker ring gauge like this, normally Robustos last me a good hour and a half, but I'm only an hour in, and I'm into the nub. So, in my opinion, I think it's burning a little quickly. It's not getting hot. It's just now starting to get a little bit warm, but not at all a problem. Nub is showing very subtle hints of the meatiness with that cedar spice. Really no kitchen spices in there, just like a cedary spice. A little bit of earthy minerals still in there. Smoke is still dry. All in all, a real nice cigar. Maybe a little bit pricey at $8.40 before tax, but it's not outrageous by any means. So, good value? Yeah, sure. Would I recommend the cigar to? Just about anybody, really. A new smoker would appreciate that it's not real powerful, but at the same time, the fact that the flavors are real subtle a novice might not be able to pick them out. An experienced smoker can appreciate the subtlety and maybe having to kind of look for the flavors. I myself, I like flavors forward in general, but sometimes I like to have to look for them as long as they are there. I don't want to have to search and search and search and just not really find anything. But that's not the case with this. If you look, you can find them. So really, about anybody could enjoy this cigar. And being that it's not outrageously priced, a new smoker might be willing to try it and be happy with their selection. And anyone can appreciate the fact that it's not a $15 cigar. So at $8.40, okay, yeah, it's a reasonable price point. The burn has been really, not perfect. It's not perfectly straight, but that's not a problem. The only time it required any touch-up was when I had laid the cigar down for several minutes. I had to help out the wife with something, and when I came back, the smoke had become very thin. It was trying to go out. It took several draws before I got any smoke to come through. And I touched it up then, and then I had to touch it up again because when I relit it, I didn't quite get it lit all the way. But that was me. It wasn't the cigar. Often, if you lay a cigar down for more than just a minute, it'll start to go out. But it's fine. I am starting to pick up a bit of a nicotine kick, but not in that it's making me dizzy or anything, but I'm getting that heaviness in the chest from it. And that could very well be from it being so close, in the nub there. This is where all the nicotine has tended to gravitate. Generally, it did burn off evenly, but oftentimes in the nub, the nicotine will be a bit stronger. So there you have it. Real nice cigar. The RyJ by Romeo Julieta Cigar Company. And I thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. I'll catch you next time.